Testing 1, 2. Hey, do not try that with me. No way. Do not tell me this just crashed straight away. Yo, my whole thing. I've got comments there already, but let me know that you're still seeing me because I just had to reset something and I don't know if it cancelled the thing, yeah? Sam Gregory said, well, I don't know if I really pronounce it like that, yeah? But, Kwedamawi Essien, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Said minute silence for Aaron Bushnell, rest in power, sacrificed his life to try and wake the world up to help the Gazan people. Yeah, bro, like, obviously I know what you're talking about. Wasn't aware that was his name, but someone sent me, Terra Slim sent me that video with no warning of what it was or nothing. So I watched the unedited video, not knowing what was going on, and that was, yeah, that rocked me today still. He did, yeah, what a statement, boy. What an absolute statement. Chris Hayes said, man, still learning OBS audio. And I'm not still learning. Well, life is ever, we're ever learning. You know what I'm saying? But all the same, we, you know what I'm saying? We move, and we have problems along the way. All the same, you know what I'm saying? That's just how the world goes. But hey, Sam Gregory, let me know you're still there. Let me know we're still alive, man. But we got a number of things to do today. I just want to make sure we're still running smooth and you can hear me all right. Another comment, yeah, first thing I watched this morning, can't lie, it made me tear up. Yeah, bro, it was like, you see me, I don't generally watch them kind of things. Like, I don't really watch like horrific kind of, for whatever purpose, you know what I'm saying? I don't really watch things that, deaths and violence and things like that on video. So I may not have watched it if I would have read about it and been very interested and supported the message, but I may not have watched it. And shout out to Kev the Poet, who he posted it in my politics group, and he described what he'd heard of it, and that the man was, the last words he said was free Palestine, and he went, I've read this, but I haven't watched it, and he said, I'm not going to watch this because I can't watch that kind of thing or whatever. And then yeah, I just had to assure him, like, yeah, the last thing he said definitely was free Palestine, and he said it like many times, very far into what he was doing, like, so yeah, shout out my man for real, like, and the message that he put out there. I might go and get the article up so I can read, because there was some significant things that he wrote on Twitter or on social media as his last post. Yeah, wow. Right, I'm gonna get straight into the reactions today, right? Because I got a lot to cover, right? I don't always want to go back to Tom MacDonald. Yeah, fed up with Tom MacDonald half the time, but there's a brand new Tom MacDonald video out, so I can't not react to that because people are coming to my page for reactions on him, and obviously currently they're all going to be searching for the new song, so I got to put that up just for the page. Haven't watched it yet, no idea what it's about. I think it's called The Machine, so I'm going to get that up. We're going to do that first, and then I'm going to address this very racist, very, like, we've been talking about racism in UK hip-hop for a while, and how these white rappers are introducing right-wing ideas and actual racist feelings that they've got underlying for a long time into their versions of hip-hop culture. And we were looking at it as quite a new phenomenon in the last like 7-8 years. We were looking at it and it getting worse and worse, and that's why we talk about Tom MacDonald so much. But an old school rapper from a group called Censor, or a DJ, his name's DJ Orr, he jumped in my comments on YouTube this week defending Katie Hopkins. He wasn't there because he knew of me. He wasn't there because he knew me through Blade or anyone old school. He was just there because he goes online and tries to attack people over Katie Hopkins and other racists and defend them. That's his flex. So like loads of other idiots and what, like most of the people on my thing are just idiots. And he thought it was a flex when he realised I'm hip hop to go, oh, you bet you didn't think an old school hip hop head was gonna be here like coming at you defending Katie Hopkins. And then telling me how Blade is his friend and he worked with Blade and Gunshot, and I'm like, well, me and Blade got a podcast right now, so what are you talking about? And he's telling me that I talk black and all this, and Blade don't talk black, Blade talks properly. Anyway, I'm getting too far into it because we need to do that after, because I want to just do this Tom MacDonald thing. But currently my sidecar has crashed, so we just got to fix that quickly. It's crashed immediately when I started this. So we're going to just try and sort that out. But we've got a bit of an issue. Because it's not even coming up. Yes, Chris Hayes, I'm still struggling with OBS, because look, I can't even get the Tom MacDonald video up for you. Don't know why. I'm going to reset the iPad quickly. See if that sorts it out. Shout out Johnny Coombs. Am I saying it right? Johnny Coombs, am I saying it right now, yeah? All kind of peoples, I get their names wrong, man. It's wild out here. Allow me. I'm literally going to have to turn the whole iPad off. Because really I should have a backup method here, innit? Nah. We just do it, you know. All in. All in, and if we fuck it, we fuck it. Chris Hay said, just looked into the Bushnell thing. Is it really worth killing yourself for? Johnny Coombs said yes. I think Johnny Coombs is saying yes to how I'm spelling his name and not that it's worth killing yourself for. I mean, that's his decision, right? I mean, it's very drastic. And he says in the video, he says, I'm about to do something very extreme in the name of, like, showing what our country, you know, what this country is doing in the name of genocide. So, is it worth killing yourself for? I'm not going to say I think it's for me, but wow, what like he did, innit? And the fact that he felt that, even if we look at it like, you know, he's done something crazy, or there's a mental health issue going on there, or whatever angle they try and come with, he was that impacted to do something like that. And if you've watched it, like, he stands, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll paint him as a maniac with certain problems. Yeah, like he stands for the whole fucking thing. That he's standing up. He doesn't, like, they're telling him get on the ground, roll over. He's like, nah, and just stands shouting "Free Palestine" over and over again. It's wild. Like, it's rocked me watching that, man. I haven't watched anything like that in a long time. All right, cool. I got the iPad back up. Right. And we're going to give Tom MacDonald a roasting as usual. If I can just find the video now. Yep, we got it. I bet you can't see it on the screen properly yet though. No, we got to reset that as usual. One day I'll be a professional. But guess what? I don't care. Remember they told me I was not professional for telling a man suck his mum. Anyway, alright. So Tom MacDonald, the machine. Let's see what this is all about then, eh?
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gonna suppress us all.
I've been getting cussed for talking too much in the comments. They said, you're talking too much, stop stopping, let the video play and then react at the end, like however other YouTubers react. I don't care. I'm here to cuss people when they're stupid and whatever. Anyway, he literally just said, I am just American. This guy's not American. He's Canadian, no? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's for those, once I upload this video separate from the live. Sam Gregory said, for some reason the vid only just started working for me. Well, I hope it's been working for everyone else. But Yeah, I did have some mad problem at the beginning, and I did something mental to try and fix it. I don't know if it worked, but King of Sting said, "Post the link. I wasted 56 seconds trying to find this." I did post the link, bro. Gleam said, "I'm on your channel, but all I can see is King Charles, Eminem, and Liam Gallagher." Are you seeing all three of them separately? Because if so, maybe you should go to an optician's. You know what I'm saying? You might be having triple vision there. Let's pull this up. But he's already started corny. He's already started with buzzwords. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a liberal. Why can't I just be a human? That's all the nonsense, these people who are anti-equality. Why can't I just be human? Basic. I'm saying stupid, basic behaviour. And then he says, "Why can't I just be American?" Because you're Canadian, mate.
Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't...
Sorry, I'm trying to pull it right
I am
up.
not Republican. I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gon' suppress us all. They don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture.
This is why these people are so stupid. How can you be that stupid to say you have communists in charge when if you're talking about being in America, where literally the entire system is right wing. Like, there is no left wing option in American politics. There isn't in the UK, but we have had bits here and there, and we've got NHS, we've got certain socialist things. I wanted to stop that on every single line. Like, I'm already forgetting things that he said straight away.
Press us all. They don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy without getting political? The system.
Yeah, without getting political. Are you like? Can I just be American without getting political? Yeah, sure. But that's not what you're doing, is it? You've created an entire career being a rapper, playing with politics to wind people up, like to trigger people on the internet for views. So don't get political if you don't want. But you're here literally being political.
Gonna suppress us all. They don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust. Pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged. Tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant...
Yep. And the moment you hear that race theory and they attack race theory, they're basically attacking us from addressing racism. Tell black kids that no one's telling black kids that. We're not telling black kids that. Actually, we're actually complaining. People, anti-race people, are complaining about how they only teach slavery. We have an issue with that, yeah. But we do have to address the white privilege, and that's part of it.
Blacks are disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. They just traded news.
Honestly, every line, I want to punch this guy, man. What is wrong with this guy? If whites think they have it easy, they won't help you. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's the ones who think they have it, who refuse to accept that they have it easy, that don't want to help. It's you who doesn't want to help. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Newspapers for the digital age. Now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media.
Every chorus, it kills me, man. Every chorus is the same shit. And obviously he's singing about being woke.
I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican. I am not a liberal. Progressive and traditional are hitmen hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us. They don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, because both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, control.
Finally, yes. Both are the same side. Both are right wing, not communists. Both are right wing. Both are white supremacist. Both are on the side of everything Tom MacDonald stands for. Yeah, and he's saying not Republican, but he's a Trump supporter. He's literally pushing for, he has a dog in the political race right now. Gleam said, not even the Fonz pulled off a sleeveless and leather jacket. Gleam is defo having massive roots in rock music more than hip hop. Yeah, you're hearing it now, innit? He's leaning into his rock music.
By the same guys, left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly, brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place that we could get our facts from. Now it's been monopolized. It's Google or.
So just look, I'm literally stopping this song every 5 seconds. I can't be bothered. Like, yes, this is the point. And King of Stings in the chat, who I always have this argument with, because these people who are actually quite right wing, they're not intelligent enough. They haven't learned enough. People who've been brainwashed by the right wing are not intelligent and educated enough to understand that the left and right wing, same bird analogy, doesn't actually work based on the definitions of those meanings. It does work for the fake, like when you go, okay, if we go, you know, the Labour, if we go to the UK, if people say the Labour Party is left wing and the Conservative Party is right wing, right? And same with the the Democrats and Republicans. We say the Democrats are left wing and the Republicans are right wing, then that would be too. It's basically, it's a lie. That's not true. But it's only because neither of them are left wing. There's not two wings on the same bird. It's the same wing. Those are both the same thing. You're both right wing. There is no left wing alternative in that political system. Johnny Coombs said, is Shapiro writing his rhymes now? No, this has always been what he's about, bro. This has always been his thing, and he's just getting more and more into it now that it's becoming successful. Do you know what I'm saying? Correct Not Political said, I'm so fake that I have to put a silly voice on. Apart from, like, there's people in the chat here who have known me for 20 years and know I'm not putting a voice on and understand culture, understand how people speak. You just don't, because you're a nerd. You're a nerd. You don't realise that actually Tom MacDonald is putting a voice on. Have you ever heard Tom MacDonald speak? And the fact that he speaks completely different to how he raps. Go listen to my music. Yeah, I rap the same as I speak. Because that's who I am. I know who I am. You just don't know what a comfortable human being who's comfortable in their own skin and voice is. Anyway, shut up. In an attempt to obtain acceptance from your peers, you nerd. You don't understand. When I was a kid, people were not into hip hop in my community. Yeah, white people were not into hip hop, but there was no acceptance to actually gain from it. Yeah, I was an outcast. Fool.
It's Amazon. Who fact checking the fact checkers? I can answer that one. The people who control the narratives through the platforms. Let me break this down for you, simple as I can, Kate. They use social conditioning to put you in the rat race. It doesn't matter if you're first or third or if you're last place. You're still a rat, and they're the cats who kill you so you can't escape. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system is.
They're all woke, not awake. Remember, I will say it again and again. Woke is a term from black culture to mean to be awake to systematic racism and white supremacy. Therefore, to use woke in a negative way, the way he is framing it, is an extreme right-wing and racist action.
Failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us because they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the.
So then why are you here dividing us, bro? Why are you here trying to divide? Why don't you just be on the right side of the good people?
Government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn and never teaches you to think. So you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm, you don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills because that's who's fighting for my freedoms, and you don't need to choose.
Oh, man's going all the way Andrew Tate, yeah?
To be accepted, they both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy. They keep screaming to wake up.
That verse was, I mean, all of them were, but that verse was particularly bad as far as like an MC standpoint.
They're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid.
That was absolute garbage. Let's just say that. So if they want me to save my words for the end, that was garbage. And it was just, as usual, him spitting complete nonsense, being completely right wing while pretending he's not. He's just a fake. Say it with your chest. Be a man about it, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Coombs' comment said, "Is CNP correct, not political, MC Duke?" No, he's not MC Duke, because as much as me and MC Duke don't get on, MC Duke wouldn't be on the internet saying that I'm putting on a fake accent, because MC Duke is from hip hop culture and he's from London, so he knows, like, he knows of people like me, and he knows I'm for real. Like someone who's actually been outside and knows culture knows the difference. You know what I'm saying? Only a nerd doesn't know the difference. But yeah, simple, innit? Give us a nice cheesy grin. It ain't your skin though, is it? Collect Not Political says. No, what's not my skin? My skin is right here. I'm like, my skin is not even an issue. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware of who I am. My skin color, my culture, my race, and my, you know, my community, and all the different, like, I'm aware of all of that. Yeah, you're not aware of it, so it makes you, you're not aware of yours, so it makes you uncomfortable. Alright, that's that, man. We're gonna keep it straight moving. Let's get straight into this idiot on my page. Just gotta work out what screen I'm gonna get up here. 1 second, because I made a couple extra screens, right? Yeah, boom. Alright, cool. Alright, who saw this already? So, 1 second, I got a message I gotta look at. That's alright. It says okay, that's fine. Johnny Coon said we pick our neighbours' weeds. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, cool. Alright, so this brother, yeah, Andrew Clinton, his name is, that's obviously his real name, right? Check out this old racist Andrew Clinton. Imagine he's claiming to be part of the UK hip hop scene back in the day, and now he's supporting Katie Hopkins in YouTube comments and telling people just stop talking black, which is a very racist thing to say, by the way. So Correct Not Political in the chat now doing it again. Correct Not Political is literally a racist. So let me continue. To be fair, he does look like he's been abusing the crack pipe for about 50 years. And he does. I mean, this guy is an absolute mess. But what I'm saying is, I said it earlier, but for this section of the show, just to recap, you know, we've been calling out right-wing and white racist agendas in hip-hop culture for the past 7-8 years. And we were thinking it was a new thing that had, you know, developed over time. And I'm starting to realize how far back it goes. And today we're going to address a lot about how far back it goes. But this guy, we'll see it in his comments. Obviously, I haven't put the whole context of my conversation with him, but he popped up on my Katie Hopkins videos defending her and accusing me of talking like Ali G. So I'll read it out. Yeah, I had told him, actually, I said it earlier here, but that when I was younger, it was kind of rare to be into hip hop. He's older than me, so he's arguing that it wasn't when he was younger, which may be true. But when I was young, when I was at school, like the cool kids weren't into hip hop. I had this conversation with Young Spray before. He said it to me on my show. In fact, he worded it a certain way on my show, and I've always said that ever since. Yeah, it wasn't, you know, so me being a white kid into hip hop culture wasn't normal. Like, and I decided that at a young age because of my social group and friends, yeah, who was a lot of black kids, my age at the time. Big Ben, who I do my show, being one of them, being a childhood friend of mine, and my family being close to his family. That's just naturally how my life went, yeah. So I was around people who spoke a certain way, so I speak a certain way. So I was then part of a UK hip hop group that, you know, is undeniably one of the most influential UK hip hop groups of all time. So when I grew up young, talking a certain way, and how language is developed normally, you can go and learn that for yourself. And we spoke a certain way, and we started creating certain slang and you know, creating a rap style. We influenced an entire generation of children across the entire country. So now it's funny because every white kid in London talks like me now. They didn't all talk like me when I was a young white kid myself, and that's the truth. So if anything, people telling me I'm trying to speak like someone to fit in. No, they're speaking like me to a degree. Do you know what I'm saying? They're speaking like me and my generation, yeah? And obviously it comes from Jamaican culture. It comes from a number of a melting pot of cultures that have influenced London. And we understand that. And we know where it comes from and we respect it. So, you know, all the rest of it is just pretty much racism. Darren in the comments, Ali G with learning difficulties. Yeah, so what if I got learning difficulties? Do you know what I'm saying? Are you just here to prove that you right-wing lot are just bigots and fascists? Is that what you're here to prove? Like, could prove it to me, like, boom, like none of you are calling me Ali G in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and definitely Andrew B. Clinton isn't. I was just giving a load of context. I'm going to get back to reading it. So I basically told him that, you know, what I just said, it was rarer to be into hip-hop. So then he wanted to tell me his experience from earlier, right? It wasn't rare to be into hip-hop in the UK. Are you kidding? I was into hip-hop in the early 80s. I was buying the first ever hip-hop records to come out. Everyone in my school was into hip-hop. My band had the UK's biggest selling hip-hop record for the time. I didn't know who he was at first. I'll get to that. I've toured with the UK's biggest hip-hop acts, Blade, Gunshot. Blade doesn't speak like Ali G, neither does White Child Ricks. When you say it was rare to be into hip-hop in the UK and be like me culturally, are you talking about being white? Is this why you talk like Ali G to fit in with the black folks? Seems a bit racist to me. Wait, I can't show that properly on the screen. I can try and pull that up on the screen a bit better. Yeah, here we go. Oh, no, I can't. Alright, shout out to Chris Hayes who says I don't know how to use OBS. What I don't know how to use is my sidecar. I'm just gonna read the rest of it from here, right? You don't need to pretend to be something you are not. There was an awful lot of white guys that created hip-hop. Arthur Baker, for example, who produced my second album. I bet you weren't expecting this. A proper old-school hip-hop head who supports Katie Hopkins. Right. And what I want to say to that is, you're not a hip-hop head. You're a racist. You're banned from hip-hop already. That's it. And I said, it's funny because he didn't know nothing like about me and my connection. I was like, me and Blade have a podcast now. Like, Blade's not going to be down with what you're saying there. Yeah. And Blade also can be accused of talking black by the wrong person. Do you know what I'm saying? He said he went and watched, and he went, yeah, I went and watched. He doesn't talk like you. He doesn't talk like Ali G, just you do. And it's like, cool. I don't talk nothing like Ali G though, innit? Like I don't. So whatever. You're just saying it because I am saying something that you politically, it politically challenges you. You want to say these kind of things to me. Cool. It is what it is. But anyway. So he goes on talking about here how Katie Hopkins speaks proper English, blah blah blah, bunch of racism. He's a racist arsehole basically. I'm just gonna keep it going because here I just slaughtered him. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolute scumbag. Imagine claiming hip hop and telling people to speak proper English. Here. He told me Hopkins speaks proper English, proper London. No, she said Hopkins has a proper London accent. I said Hopkins is from Devon, you idiot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And this is where it gets deep. Here he is in an I Love Israel t-shirt. I think this might be Speaker's Corner or something like this. This guy's a famous Muslim speaker, YouTuber. So he's come to stand in front of him and wear a I Love Israel t-shirt. And this is the guy claiming UK hip-hop, yeah? He's here with, what's his name, Carl Rittenhouse, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, the guy who turned up to Black Lives Matter protest with a huge gun and shot people, went down there looking for people to shoot. Mike Cromer said, I remember the group he was from, but from my memory they were quite left-wing outfit. I'm sure the vocalist was quite politically left-wing. They played in Norwich back in the day, and the guy I spoke to seemed like a nice dude. I might have it wrong. Kind of rock rap stuff. And it turned out we were like, yep, that's it. And I went on the guy's page, and Andrew Clinton, who's, by the way, his name is DJ Orr, he said that his bandmates have blocked him because he commented on their attacking them about their Palestine flags. So he's obviously been cut off from his band already for being a racist. Shout out to Wise Hakeem. Yes, my bro. Yeah. It seems the DJ has vastly opposing views to the band, or Censor had a massive switch up in political ideology. Tom Wakesfield said, "My issue when I see this is the underlying point in the support of genocide. What a nutter!" Like, yeah, he's a complete nutter, and there's a whole. And then he came to argue with me. He turned up. So, you know, he done the same thing that Tom MacDonald does. Oh, everyone calls out racism. Everything's racist. No, it's not. Just you're a racist. Correct Not Political said, please do an IQ test for a stream. Now, you do that. Do you know what? Correct Not Political. You're the one always asking to come on the screen. Well, you can come up here and do that, yeah? Bad Slave said, DJ War. What was it again? Let me forget his name. DJ Orr had a good career until the drugs took hold. Oh yeah, Correct Not Political said, I'll do one with you. I actually did an online IQ test not long ago, but I don't trust them. But my IQ, I can't remember the exact number. I don't really care to gas and all that, but it was bordering genius. But it can be bullshit from a website that just wants to impress you or whatever. To do an actual IQ test, you have to go to Mensa and sit down and do it in a thing. I looked into it at one point. I will do it one day. But my IQ is definitely very high. Anyway, that's that prick. So let's get him back off the screen. He's a racist prick, DJ Orr. But while we're here, I want to just look at who he is, because I've never listened to the music. So we're going to get up their page. This is Censor. This is the group he's from, right? And then he's got his own page here, Censor Orr. He's a proper wrong un. Bad Slave said, DJ War claims he owns a yacht, a mansion, but is pictured in his profile picture with a BMX. He does have a yacht of some, like, I can show it to you now. He has like a boat that he sails on the look here, we can look at a little video of him. That's not his yacht though. I don't think so, because when I saw him on it, it looks a lot smaller than that. Is it that? Is that his yacht? I was literally about to say it looks more like a lifeboat. But let's check him out. So this is his I don't want to see his boat, to be honest. I want to see him, his actual boat. Yeah, I want to see his boat race, so we can know what he looks like, so we can look out for him. Any of these videos that look like he actually shows himself? No, but we already had him on the screen here. So let's just pull him up, just so we have a little look at him for the camera. Yeah, here he is. He actually is on his boat. Let's put him bigger. There you go. There's the prick. Yeah. I mean, he looks like a right wrong and racist just there. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's acting in one of them kind of old English racist films. Gleam said it's very low IQ to judge intellect by IQ. That's pretty true, yeah. True indeed. But anyway, these people, like, it's just pretty mad that these people on the internet talk like this when they're obviously really stupid people. Like, this is obviously an incredibly stupid person. Like, the fact this Correct Not Political person has been here the last 3 weeks on these lives, every live, like, the fact that's where your life is at, that you're going to a live to beef with a person you don't know because you're like triggered and emotional over whatever the things I'm talking about and how they make you feel. Like, your life is finished. You're a complete mess. You're a nervous wreck. You should probably go to a doctor and see someone about it. Alright, one sec. I've just mashed up the comments, but it's cool, we can still see it. Correct Not Political said, I'm not gauging intellect, it's a problem solving capabilities I'm aware of. Yeah, I'm curious of. Oh, because, well, if it's based on my problems on OBS, then I'll allow you. Bad Slave said, bruv, I live by the coast. The yacht owners don't let druggies on board to take photos. Oh, they let any, they don't. I thought you said don't. The yacht owners let any druggie on board to take photos. I mean, he is in videos. I saw a few of them. There was like a video with his sister, or I don't know, man. Fuck those. Yeah, let me try and reposition this chat because I've just positioned it real like problematic. And then I'm gonna go and let's watch this Censor video, man. Let's check him out. Let's see what kind of what their music's saying. Well, I've got the chat kind of working, but something did go wrong with it. I've been on 2 of your lives. You've definitely been on more than 2 of my lives. Wyatt Hakeem said, I believe one should not debate anyone that is objectively not their intellectual equal. You just make them look silly when they choose to argue against the advice and refuting facts presented. Yeah, I mean, that's true. And I mean, I spend a lot of time arguing with people who are definitely not my intellectual equals. But at the same time, they got to learn. Like sometimes someone, you know, maybe not, who's not as educated as Lisa, I'm not going to say intellectual or whatever, but, you know, maybe who just doesn't have the same knowledge, they might learn something, or people watching might learn something. Do you know what I'm saying? There's never a presented objective fact to be refuted. There's loads of facts. Bad Slave said that yacht got sold for skag. I don't believe it. Anyway, cool. Let's watch their video. Let's see what they're about, yeah? So their biggest video, apparently, we're not going to go on this one. Oh yeah, Censor Banned. Let's click on Popular. Their biggest video is called Age of Panic. I mean, I know they're rock rap, but already this sounds a lot more rock. Yeah, they're going to claim hip hop, and you know, it's claim black culture the way it is. Let's really see.
Check it out, bring it on, come on, check it out. My name is Crash, so I'm running out flash like a blind and flare. Don't look away, cause I'm already in there. I've been there, wherever you stare. I've been there longer than you can remember. Very deep inside you, now you must step to accept all the past behind you. Pain, breathing pain, and it's back again. Only the scars in your brain remain, so you look for a bend. You can send to escape what's gone. And now I'm on, and from the nipple to the needle to the bumble, and you're never satisfied. For these crimes you must be tried, you can't hide. Cause I am reality, your birthright is a word of insanity. Disconnected legacy, and you will never see an end to the global savagery. Continuing to feed your desire for more, and deep down you know that you can never find what you're looking for's gone, and you can't fight back. And now your senses are under attack, so you act automatic. Return to the frantic nation of adage, reduced to the manic, false erratic, solemn dogs of slaves and servants of greed, because you are born into the age of panic, into an age of panic, into an age of panic, into an age of panic.
Them man back then used to love rapping fast, innit? Yeah, I get it. It's like that kind of, I guess it's part of that Britcore genre and all that was about at that time or whatever, yeah? I mean, it's obviously anti-establishment, but I can't assume left wing or any like side on this. This could all have been right wing, to be honest. Just saying. He did say something about drug addicts in there, though. He did say something about drug addicts that wasn't favourable. Gleam said, not bad, mastered good, but that wailing guitar is like Police too much. Yeah, like, apparently they were big. Like from what I've spoken to people today, they were like, this was a very big album. It's got like, I can't see the views now anymore, but I think it was like 80,000 or something. Chris Hayes said UK Limp Bizkit. Johnny Coombs said, I can't fib, we used to hotbox my homies Metro to that. So yeah, like I've got old school people, hip hop people here. So Johnny Combs, I'm gonna mash up your name now. Johnny Coombs knows who this is. I'm saying I recognize it, but that's why it's important to address this. So this guy's actually someone significant in a hip hop scene in this country, and they like him is a complete racist. Gleam said Death Row influenced by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well, yeah.
posters in a computer. I knew how that suits you. Inherited chaos now instilled as our will. And now I just wait for the killers and born until the age of panic. Until an age of panic. Born until an age of panic. Until an age of panic. Born until the age of panic. Until an age of panic. Born until an age of panic. Until an age of panic.
Yeah, I need lyrics to this, man. I can't keep up with all of that. I cannot keep up with all of that. But yeah, alright. I was gonna say we'll leave it there, but I might as well finish it. There's only like there's another minute left. We'll see. It's back in the day when people used to do 3 verses and then a huge outro. Madness. Right, there we have it. Censor, Age of Panic, that we're reacting to because we found out that their DJ is a complete lunatic, raging, racist Zionist. But I'm not throwing any of them under the bus with that. We're not throwing any of them into that mix. I'm having problems with the comments, seeing them here. King of Sting said you should just stick to what you're studied in. Well, I get his advice, but he's literally studied in nothing other than cocaine and alcohol abuse, so he can't help much. Captain Barrett said I wasn't into rock back then, but these guys always reminded me of the gunshot. Let me just start this again. I'm literally stumbling my words reading these because the screen is small. I wasn't into rock back then, but these guys always reminded me of Gunshot and the Brickcore stuff at the time. Yeah, so agreed. That's what I was saying. It seemed like Brickcore, right? But what that DJ or guy was claiming is that Gunshot used to be their support act and they were bigger than them. Whether true or not, whatever. But he was very egotistical about it. Wise Hakeem said the DJ was influenced by Kid Rock. What I will say, with all the Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock comments and all that, if these guys are from the 80s or whatever, they might be from before that, right? They might, Limp Bizkit might be the UK them. So, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to throw them under the bus because it seems that their band members have also blocked him over Palestine. So fuck him. I've been avoiding swearing, but I want to have to say a big fuck him. Yeah, we got to pull out the flag. We got to pull out the flag for DJ or aka Andrew Clinton. Man's name's Clinton, That's already a big red flag, yeah? And he's a raging racist lunatic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite the vocalist, I think it was Captain Barrett who pointed out his name to me. I'm going to invite the vocalist or someone else from the group to do an interview, because let's talk about what they feel about that, because this is an issue. Like, them kind of people existing in hip-hop culture is an issue. We can't just be okay with that. So I want to hear what they have to say about that and what what they will think we should do about it. 1 second. Alright, we're going to keep it moving. Wise Hakim said, you've seen what Kid Rock has said about Palestine the other day. No, I haven't seen that. So that's probably what you're referring to. I've seen Kid Rock say some stupid things over the years. so I'm aware of that. But no, I haven't said, like, let me know what you said the other day. I mean, I'll look into it, but alright. Oh, that. Right. Alright, let's see what we got next. Can't remember what I've set up today. I'm having a good run with the sidecar, to be fair. I shouldn't curse myself like that, though, innit? I'm just gonna do something to make sure it kinda... Oh shit, that's not gonna help. Right, so next we have got... just while we're on that subject, before we get out of that one, yeah? I can see Terror Slim's tagged me in something. Let's just get one more thing up on the screen. One more racist rapper on the screen. Since we're talking about Palestine and that as well. Legs MC. I said I think Andrew Clinton must be his granddad. Legs MC has posted a whole thing about Palestine. I've tried to keep my thoughts about this off socials, but it seems I'll have to speak up again. To counter the BS that I see on a daily basis. If you don't read books and spend all your time on social media, please don't talk to me about your stupid pro-Palestine song, you brainwashed moron. Again, if you don't read books, they love to come with this. Remember, this is the moron that said that I had never been to university. He said, I can always tell when I'm speaking to someone who hasn't been to university, because at university, you learn how to synthesize information. It's called synthesizing information, and you learn it at university. That's what he was saying. I'm literally doing a master's right now. I read books all the time. Like, I've definitely read more than any of these people talking shit to me. Anyway. Freedom for Palestine means freedom for terrorists. Freedom, literally, this is one of the worst things I've ever read about this situation. Like, he's not saying, he's literally saying freedom for Palestine, like, so the country. Not saying freedom for Hamas or nothing like that. He's saying freedom for Palestine means freedom for terrorists to act with the world on their side. It means an Islamic State, which eventually means attacks on the UK and US. This has been going on way longer than you have had that phone in your hand. Plus, you know that this is pretty much how the Third Reich started. But then again, that wasn't on social media, so you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, and the Islamic countries were well up for Hitler succeeding, so maybe give that some thought. This literal, like, racist, Islamophobic propaganda from this scumbag is wild. Wild. Yeah, I haven't even addressed Legs MC properly on these shows because I haven't had time for him. But this is an idiot that's been trying to come for me and that we've been bodying online constantly. It's absolute nonsense. So shout out to Luke, Faye. What's this? This is just us exposing some racist scumbags in the UK hip hop scene. But yeah. Johnny Coombs said Benzino. Yeah, I think Benzino is what we're gonna do next. He said chill out, Cat Williams. Correct Not Political said, have you read Manufacturing Consent by Noam Chomsky? No, I have not. I have not read that. I bet you haven't either. You've probably read the footnotes, or you probably saw a meme about it. Why Hakeem said that post makes zero sense. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. No sense whatsoever. And remember, yeah, let me just be clear about this guy. This guy was on some anti-trans agenda. Now, I haven't been coming on my show making like trans rights my specific issue on anything or whatever, like on any of these things. But you know, I'm for everybody, so I support them as well. But it's not something I'm super educated on. So I don't try to speak on things I don't know that much about. So I wasn't attacking him for that. I was just like, I just didn't like the way he was framing everything against being woke, like Tom MacDonald does. So I called him out for saying, oh, everything's woke all the time. I said, no, it's not all woke all the time. Yeah, it's just people asking for equality and simple things, and now you're having a whole like fit about it. And that started a conflict with me and him, right? Now, a lot of people didn't have, like, you know, might not have had super issues with what he was saying at the time. But look what came. Look what, like I'm saying. So it's just a moment of a full circle moment of I saw this guy was a wrong'un, and now he's gone all the way wrong'un. Like now he's literally there with the worst of the worst. But yeah, take him off the screen. Waste man. Barred from hip hop. Both them men are barred. Like, do not try and do hip hop events. Do not try and be outside in any UK hip hop stuff. You're not welcome. Like, you will get pulled up on. Johnny Coombs has sent me a photo. I don't know why you've sent me a photo. Are you sending me a photo because of Oh wow, I missed that. Because Johnny Coombs said, I'm so old, the first time I got my snout broken was by the NF. And then King of Sting said, big up the NF. I only saw the King of Sting saying big up the NF, and I decided to ignore it. So not to bite the bait. Terror Slim tagged Andrew Clinton in the episode and said, you don't want to miss this. My guy. Alright, cool. Oh man. King of Sting said, check out Crystallizing Public Opinion by Bertrand Russell. I mean, I will actually look up these books, and I will see if they're right-wing propaganda before I go any further. But yeah, you know, I put out a video today, a clip of my thing from Katie Hopkins last week, that King of Sting was trying to argue with me. And it goes back to that, don't argue with people who are not your intellectual equal and whatever. But like, I was explaining that what they call cancel culture is actually capitalism, and that's a fact. That's like, and I broke it down, and it's very simple to break down that capitalism works by supply and demand. So if people don't want to buy the product, then the business will not succeed. And if the people you hire to run your company are not liked by your audience or your consumers, they're not going to support your thing. So if someone gets fired because they don't represent the ethos of what people think they're buying into, that's because people aren't going to buy it. It's literally capitalism. Like, nobody gets cancelled in this world because of some political agenda. It's capitalism. It's just because it's not going to bring in the money that they want. So, you know, Katie Hopkins got dropped from a festival after us getting involved in it because they realised it was going to be damaging to their festival, damaging to their business. It was a capitalist decision, and that's a simple fact. People like that are giving me advice on things to read, and when you don't understand something that simple, is a bit mad. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Coombs said, that's how my hooter gets busted. Yeah. Talking about the NF lot, if you remember. Yeah, like, you know, I'm old enough to remember the NF as well. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm old enough to remember that being a thing. Someone the other day, I mentioned that. Someone was like, what's the NF? And I had to explain it to them. Alright. Oh shit, so before we get to Benzino, I just want to address Drake quickly, right? And let me show you that. I hope Tom MacDonald fans are here still as well, yeah? 'Cause let me show you something. Look, I'm a huge Drake fan. I think Drake is one of the greatest rappers ever. Like, I honestly do. And a lot of because I'm from an underground hip-hop world, I get cussed for that, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, people think, oh, he's just a pop artist or a pop rapper, he's not really hip-hop. Like, to me, Drake is one of the best ever. One of the best catalogs, one of the most consistent. Like, I really fuck with him as a musician, as an artist. Don't ever really think I fucked with him politically, but he never said anything political either way. So I didn't really have to. It always disappointed me that he doesn't do more politically, but, you know, it's not everyone's place, and not everyone needs to speak on politics because not everyone is educated enough. So I say that just to say this, because today Drake has definitely upset me in doing this, right? Let's see how this shows on the screen. It's probably not going to show very well, so we're going to show it like this. Drake calls for Tory Lanez freedom after 10-year sentence in Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. Now, this is a case I've followed quite closely. It is a case with loads of idiots on the internet sharing memes to try and discredit it, but when you actually look at the evidence, it's one of the cleanest, easiest, clean-cut guilty verdicts you could ever imagine. And you know, I just don't stand for men standing up for other men committing violence to women. I just don't. So obviously Tory Lanez is Drake's mate, but you're one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and you think it's okay to say free a man who was in jail, proven guilty of shooting a woman. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Benefit of that, he's one of, since we're talking about intellect, he's just a stupid person who's stupid enough, like these idiots following memes, to believe that he's innocent. Yeah. But he's not. The simple fact is he's not. So Drake has publicly called for Tory Lanez's freedom following his fellow Canadians' August 2023 sentencing to 10 years in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case, right? Well, they're both Canadian, yeah. Now I'm saying, why ain't Tom MacDonald rocking with these lot, yeah? Tom MacDonald is just disrespecting these lot, not even respecting his Canadian roots. As Sunday turned to Monday, Drake shared a series of updates to his Instagram stories, including a photo of Lanez captured "Free You." And here we have the picture and the post. Free you. Yeah? With the number 3, but we know what that means. Waste man. Simple waste man. And this is going to go into some of the case. In December 2022, Lanez was found guilty on all 3 charges in connection with the 2020 Hollywood Hills shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. In a statement at the time, Los Angeles County District Attorney praised Megan's bravery throughout the highly publicized case. "You showed incredible courage and vulnerability with your testimony despite repeated and grotesque attacks that you did not deserve," Gascon said. "You faced unjust and despicable scrutiny that no woman should ever face, and you have been an inspiration to others across LA County and the nation." And I guess they're showing that in this article because this is the despicable type of thing she has faced, scrutiny she's faced, right? She's got a huge pop star now creating a situation where she's going to receive loads of abuse online for this because Drake is there supporting it, and they're gonna see it as validation that it's true, that she's set him up in some way and he's innocent, even though he's literally been proven guilty with 47 exhibits of evidence. I'm going to do a whole episode on this at some point, including an audio recording of him literally talking about doing it and apologizing for doing it. So it's just insane. Lanez was convicted of assault with an automatic firearm, carrying an unregistered loaded firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence. Just under a year later, he received a 10-year sentence. Over the past 3 years, Lanez has engaged in a pattern of conduct that was intended to intimidate Megan and silence her truth from being heard, Gascon said in a statement issued after the August 2023 sentencing. And that's a fact. Like, he's literally getting, like what Johnny Depp done, trying to get the public to bully her. Drake, meanwhile, has faced criticism in the past in connection with the case. Last year, the Summer Games sequel, Denier, hit like on Lanez's IG shared statement following his sentencing. The Six God also made headlines over speculation about lyrics in his Circo Loco track. More recently, Megan's Hiss track spurred its own speculation, with fans interpreting some choice lines as a reference to Drake. And those lines are about him having scars on his body from getting ab implants. As for Drake and Tory, the two were decidedly at odds earlier into their respective careers. By 2017, they'd made amends. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, what I'm saying is, fuck Drake for that, man. Simple shit. Fuck Drake for that. See the comments if there's any there, but yeah, fuck Drake for that. That's like, we don't do that, man. We don't come out here defending men shooting women. Shooting? Are you crazy? Yeah? Like, and you can't be 100% confident that you didn't do it. Like, you don't actually know something. You just believe in your boy or something. Like, you're dumb as fuck. And I just want to show one other thing. Hold up. Alright, so this is a throwback thing, but it's relevant to this. So I just want to make a point, because during the build up to the case, there was loads of misinformation getting shared. Loads of people claiming, he was found with no DNA on the gun. DNA proved he was innocent. The girl Kelsey who was in the car had her DNA on the gun. All of these things turned out not to actually be true. They were the way they were painted. When I do the proper breakdown, we'll get into detail, but there was loads of lies. And 50 Cent, you know, the troll he is, was attacking Meg Thee Stallion at the time, going, this is suspect. He was sharing all of these memes that were coming out in Tory's defense. And Tory ran a great campaign of trying to convince the public with memes and with misinformation that he was innocent. And 50 Cent is a savage. He don't apologize for nothing. But even 50 Cent, eventually, when the phone call came out apologized to Meg Thee Stallion and said, no, he's guilty, I was wrong. Yeah, and I'm just going to share that. We're just going to watch that clip quickly. It's only a few minutes, because it's, you know, very important to the story, and you know, makes it pretty clear that even someone who was on her side, once looking at the evidence, can see Tory Lanez is guilty.
To the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and
So
Rosenberg.
50 Cent is taking the high road. Despite his social media posts about Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if you guys peeped it, but there was one that he put up. It was foul. There's one where Megan is like fading into Jussie Smollett, and then there's another one where it's basically like somebody put the faces of Tory and Megan on somebody basically.
So he was
shooting at
going
her,
in.
and it was just whack.
That was the Boys in the Hood with Ricky running down the
Yes,
alley.
yes,
And they
yes,
put
yes.
Megan's head on Ricky's body.
So
That's too far, bro.
It's not what you
50 Cent sat down with Big Boy in L.A. for an interview. He was promoting BMF, but this is what he had to say.
I'm gonna apologize to Megan Thee Stallion. I said some things, and it was because on social media I posted things that when she said she was with Gail, and she said, "Were you intimate with Tory Lanez?" And she said, "What?" And then it was like, "No." And I was like, she lying. At that point, I knew she's lying. There wouldn't be no reason for me to be around each other. From that, it felt like she was lying to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Well, we're here to praise 50 at the moment, but you takes the L a little bit for there'd be no reason for us to be around each other. Like, you can't be around women and be friends and all of that. But also, another L is like, she has a right to withhold information about her private relationships. You know what I'm saying? As Tory did. Tory denied that too. So it's like, it's okay. You don't have to, like, that doesn't mean you're lying about the incident of a shooting. You know what I'm saying? But you come around to that, I guess, so.
little things will pop up, and I wasn't being supportive of it at
Right.
that point.
You were a little more vocal.
Yeah, and the only reason why I felt like, at some point you should apologize, I should apologize to her, is because when I heard the phone call conversation,
Yeah.
that made me feel like, now I know what happened. I'm sure that was probably what swayed people in court too.
Ugh,
I mean, it was an
Congratulations,
apology-ish.
you played yourself.
bro.
50 giving himself the button.
I'll put it this way: if you were with a woman, if you were in a relationship, and you did something wrong, and that was your apology, it would be a long night.
Did he say
I'm not here trying to praise him and big him up for making an apology, and these lot are not having it. I'll leave it at that though. I don't need to hear the whole thing. I just want to acknowledge that he realised he was wrong. Whether the apology was good or not, he realised he was wrong, and that Tory Lanez is guilty. You know what I'm saying? King of Sting said, none of us defend violence against women. We're the guys that create and defend safe environments for our women. Is that toxic? Well, that's good. Good for you, to King of Sting. Do you know what? As much as me and King of Sting bump heads, and I think he's a racist scumbag in a lot of ways. Yeah, I've never seen I've never seen any kind of issue of women and safety and safe spaces around you. So I can't challenge. I wouldn't need to challenge you on that, and I salute you on that. So bless. No issue with it. But asking me if it's toxic is a bit weird. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like something you do is toxic, maybe there's a question there. Like, have you been told something you do is toxic? Like, I'm not saying any of that's toxic. So cool. You know what I'm saying? Bless. There's Drake, and we're done with him for the day. Alright, I wanted to get into Shamima Begum, and this I'm gonna do brief, because I'm not gonna watch loads of stuff. I just pulled up one news article. I haven't read anything or looked at the current story. I just saw the headlines. Obviously, I know what it is. That she has been denied her appeal for her citizenship. Obviously, my opinion as a lefty, as they will call me, is, well, not just as a lefty. I mean, it should be the opinion of anyone British. Yeah, anyone with any British citizen should respect that someone who was born here and has a British citizenship should be protected by those by that citizenship and by those values. If they were radicalized here, if that's what you're saying happened, then she should come here, and if there's any crimes to be charged, should happen here. I mean, that's obvious, right? That should be obvious. But with these kind of wrong-uns that I'm dealing with all the time, it's obviously not. So I actually just going to watch a news story on it, and I went for one from GB News, and this quote says, "Thank God for the Court of Appeal judges, well done." So let's see what they got to say about it.
Up next, it's Ben. Ben, what have you got for us tonight?
Right, this is going to be short and sweet. The nation breathed a sigh of relief yesterday as Shamima Begum's court bid to return to the UK after having her citizenship stripped was dismissed. Thank God for the Court of Appeal judges. Well done. As a reminder, Shamima Begum, she was the ISIS bride. She ran off to Syria in 2015 with her schoolmates, decided to join the terrorist death cult who, if you don't remember, burned people alive in cages, stoned women and children, behaved in the most barbaric way. Shamima had her...
But did she do any of that, is what I'm saying, or did she do any of that? Like, because she needs to be charged for her crimes. Because you're not even explaining what she's done. You're trying to like make it sound horrific and sound a certain way, but you're not actually addressing what she done, or even her husband, or even anything related to her in any way. Like, make the connection.
Her citizenship stripped. She's now languishing in a Syrian refugee camp. But my point is, she's now going to go with her Golden Goose lawyers to the Supreme Court to try and overturn that Court of Appeal decision bid yesterday.
Good.
And do you know who's going to pay for it? Me and you. Up to £5 million worth of legal aid is going to be spent if it reaches the Supreme Court, and even more if it goes to the European courts as well.
Good.
I say she is a British traitor. She's no longer technically British. We should not be paying a penny more of her legal aid when there's so much money needed and better causes here back in the UK. Benjamin?
I saw an interesting meme the other day though that was like, oh yeah, a lot of these people talk about money for asylum seekers getting and saying, oh, look after our English first, but those people literally don't care about it. When you actually get down to it, they don't do anything to help the English, don't care about the English either. So it's like, I think his citizenship should be stripped and he shouldn't be British anymore because he's not respecting the other people who are British.
Do you agree we should rid our hands of Shamima? No more legal aid. She needs to stay in that refugee camp in Syria.
1 second. Oh, King of Sting though. King of Sting, if you're still out there, give me a comment, man. What do you think about Shamima Begum? Should she be allowed back? Should she be allowed her citizenship back?
And spend the rest of her days there.
No, I don't, because although the price is high in terms of the cost of legal aid for a case going on this long, that is the price of a democracy and a functioning justice system to which we should all want to belong.
She's had justice.
Yes.
Because you don't know if you might end up in a situation where you can't afford to fight a case where there is a human rights question.
I'm sorry.
And the truth is that it's not a judgment to say that what she has done is right. What she's done is very, very wrong. But I think there is an inherent racism in the treatment of Shamima Begum.
Look at
that.
Change the
You
angle.
absolute
Because
joker.
the only way...
Look, these guys, they don't look. I've never watched GB News before. This might be the first time I'm ever watching it. But obviously, these guys are like the comment idiots on my page. That anytime you say the word racism, oh, he's got racism. He's got everything racism. It's like they literally just make it into a joke. You can't say that factual word to them and then break it down. They'll just literally use that to kind of mug you off.
They can legally attempt to justify taking away her British citizenship is because one of her parents was from Bangladesh. It is illegal
And they don't
international
want
law
her either.
to leave somebody stateless. She is our responsibility, our problem, and should be in a British prison.
If she was Swedish or German or American and the same situation was happening, would you call that racist in that?
You wouldn't even hear
That
about the
wouldn't
case.
Or is it just
happen.
because it's Bangladesh?
That wouldn't happen because there's no way we would try and send them to Sweden because they wouldn't accept.
Sorry, this is utter rubbish. Jack Letts, white male, got his British citizenship revoked because he joined ISIS before all of this. So white male happened to him. What are you talking about? It's about racism.
Oh, I wish I had the data ready for me right now though, because she's pulled out the one token example, and there is a long list of white people who've been in that situation who have come back, and non-white people. There's been loads of them. So I don't know what on earth, like, you can't just pull out one example and try and make it into a thing, yeah? But there's definitely a lot more white people that have been let back. Like, it's a fact. I've seen whole studies on it before.
Every single person who joined ISIS who has dual citizenship should have it absolutely
But
stripped.
she doesn't have dual citizenship, and it is based on a claim about her parents' birthplace for which she has no connection.
Which obviously the courts think is fair enough. British citizenship is precious. It is a privilege.
Right.
It is a privilege.
Not a privilege.
Let me finish. If you want to dilute it by having a dual citizenship and have allegiances to other country, have the privilege of working, voting, living in another country, there is also a cost.
Can I remind
and the
you?
cost
she
is
hasn't
if
done.
you commit serious crime on your bike, goodbye, you lose the privilege of British citizenship.
Can I remind you some of the things
God.
Shamima
And what-
Begum has said?
And what serious crime has she committed? Because we're still not even listing one.
Since she escaped, so she calls it ISIS, she said that the Manchester Arena bombing was, quote, justified because of the way the West had behaved in the Middle East. She told a BBC reporter that she was attracted to join ISIS initially because of beheading videos. And then she also said that she was over the death of her 3 children. Does that sound like someone you want walking the streets?
I can't say if those things are true or not, or the context of them, and obviously these guys are going to manipulate that. But if those are the worst thing, and I've heard all of that before, but if that's the worst of what she's done, it sounds horrible. But I still didn't hear a crime listed. There was no criminal offence listed in any of that.
Of Britain.
No, there's no question about whether what she did right or wrong, and I'm the only person on this programme who's had an interview with Shamima Begum where she said she regretted the things that she said in the past. But this is a question for a justice system. It's not about whether what she did was right or wrong. It's about the fact that she has a right to British citizenship.
There is no justice because I tell you why there's no justice. Anyone who commits a crime on foreign soil will not get the justice that those poor Yazidi women deserve. They deserve their day in court with her in Syria because the laws in this land will give her a slap on the wrist and let her out in 6 months. So stop talking about justice.
Yeah, because she hasn't done any crimes.
Yazidi raped girls and the murdered Yazidi boys for Shamima Begum in this country.
The other week you were talking about why you oppose the death penalty, and yet you're effectively accepting it for her here. She may well be burned
Death
alive
penalty
in her
here?
tent.
That's a reach.
Because there's a serious risk that the place where she is in northern Syria, that she'll be killed alive.
Well,
in her
she's
tent.
gone there,
Do you
then.
really think that would be an
She's
acceptable
fine.
form of
Have gone.
justice?
She shouldn't
You
have
sound
gone.
like ISIS. When you
Oh my God.
She went to
Benjamin.
join ISIS.
Yes.
She should reap what she sows. I'm glad that her citizenship has been revoked, quite frankly. And I speak as a person in a similar situation to Shamima Begum. I've got a claim to foreign citizenship. I don't have any problem with people like Shamima Begum.
Wait a minute, man said he's in a similar situation. Yeah, explain that properly real quick, man. Yeah, you got a dual citizenship, but no, you're not in that situation.
Never being let in this country.
And do you know what? My
I
biggest
thought you were
concern
about
is...
to say you were a member of that.
And the mad thing is, yeah, that, you know, people are getting deported without doing anything what Shamima Begum's done. People are getting deported because they got dual citizenships and all sorts of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because if that happens to him, are you still going to be sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I was right though?
ISIS. Actually, do you know what? I have absolutely no confidence that actually British justice
Won't do
would
justice.
stand up and say
I don't even
this
think there's a
person
law.
has time and again said that she does not regret everything that has
And
happened.
she'll be out on the streets
subsequently.
in a couple of weeks if
And
she
I
gets...
also find it really rich, by the way, that the Labour Party turn around and say, oh, she was only 15. They want to give 16-year-olds the vote.
And Brianna's killers were only 15 and they got sent away quite
My
rightly
only
for
concern
life.
is how many more Shamima Begums are walking the streets of England right now.
Yo, I need to watch more GB News. That was hilarious. I mean, it's a serious issue, but that was a madness. Like all the little shots at the Labour Party and like these lot are some simple humans, man. Some real simple humans. Captain Barrett said, I always assume nobody in GB News actually believes what they say, but these people seem to. Yeah, it seems like they could just be actors, innit? It could all just be a pantomime. The pantomime of politics as we know it. Yeah, anyway, man, I'm saying, free Shamima Begum, man. I'll say it with my chest, I don't give a shit. Let her come home and yeah, let her go back in the streets because yes, she was a child and because yes, she said she regrets it. And yes, I can't see a crime. If there's a crime to charge her for, bring her and charge her. Because at the moment, it seems like this whole thing's been happening to her, and she's just like they just use her as an example. So just running an example on her to create hate, innit? To make people like King of Sting write nonsense on the internet. And it's, you know, I hope, yeah, King of Sting seems to have vanished, but I wanted a comment from him, but I guess we move. And I think, you know, we've been going a while now, but I think now I was getting to Benzino. Which, shout out to, who was it that messaged me about this? It was Ben Ashby. So shout out to Ben Ashby, who said I should do a reaction to Benzino on Drink Champs. And like, I kind of thought, my initial thought was, no, I don't really like that idea. Because all I'm seeing is these, you know, hate memes. And then I thought, no, with everything I talk, he was like, you know, there's something interesting in there, in the stuff you talk about and stuff like that. And I thought, oh yeah, there kind of is actually. Obviously, I done reactions to the Benzino songs and the diss songs and all of that, and I talked about the racist Eminem tapes, and we're talking about white rappers bringing racism and right wing agendas into hip hop culture, and I never looked at Eminem like someone like that, because Eminem has songs like White America, where he addresses his privilege. He has songs where he addresses, you know, even the absurdity of like his following of white fans who don't quite get hip hop. He has called out Trump. He's done a number of things over the years, right? Where I'm like, cool. And obviously, yeah, he had these racist tapes, but I kind of, as a young person, accepted that they were a mistake from his past, and that's not what he's like anymore. And here he is now, and it's cool. You know, I addressed it a bit in one of the old episodes. That I was like, I went back and listened to his apology on Yellow Brick Road, and I thought actually it wasn't a great apology. But yeah, I think there is something in what's going on with Benzino here that's interesting. I've already watched this, so it's not going to be like a live reaction, and I'm randomly pulling it up somewhere near towards that part. But I want to have a bit of a watch of this. And I just kind of thought about it, and I thought, you know what? Everyone kind of celebrated that Eminem destroyed Benzino in a rap battle. And seeing him have this kind of, you know, drunken breakdown at here, it kind of shows how much it's damaged his life. And it's like, Eminem tried to, Benzino tried to ruin Eminem's career by revealing these racist tapes. So it's showing that this white rapper everyone loves and supports is actually has a racist history. And basically nobody cared about it, and they all forgave him. And Eminem was then able to use his power and following and privilege, I'm realizing now, to turn it around, make everyone hate Benzino and ruin Benzino's life. And I think we really, I'm not saying hate Eminem here, but I think we have to look at what that says for society. And I think something has gone wrong there. So let's just have a bit of a watch and see if there's anything more to kind of look at in that.
I couldn't even see my mother die. I got shot at my mother's funeral. I don't give a fuck about none of this. What? Bro, Nori, what? Bro, hip hop was given to us by God to save us, man. The bottom line of all this, we gotta come together and stop bullshitting with each other.
Yes, I agree.
Stop criticizing each other and disrespecting each other.
Stop killing.
We gotta unify together. Even if we're wrong, we make mistakes, we gotta come together, man. Enough is enough, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
They're using it against us, bro. Like, let's come together, bro. They love us. The world loves us. Let's just come together. Let's stop, man. Even the young niggas everywhere, man, let's stop. I love y'all niggas, man. There's no reason to be killing each other and going against each other. We all come from nothing. It's a blessing that we can feed each other's families from this shit. Why are we like this, bro? Why do we disrespect each other in the worst way, bro? Why, bro? Like, we the shit. All the comedians, all the rappers, all the actors.
Johnny Coombs said, this is why I quit drinking spirits. This is why I quit drinking completely, bro. I don't drink at all, but yeah, obviously, a very drunken, but, you know, there's obviously some realness, and he's talking about, here he's talking about, you know, violence in America and gang culture and stuff, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But at some point, he starts addressing Eminem in this. So I was just going to let it, I could push it forward, but I'm just going to let it run a little bit.
support each other, bro. Let me tell you something. I love Kanye. Kanye speaking about the Jews. The Jews were the slaves. And they came together and they didn't fuck with nobody else. And they risen up to where this shit. We could do the same, bro.
Touchy subject to go on there, but yeah, I guess he's saying the Jews had their struggle. You know what I'm saying? And he's acknowledging their struggle and then saying that they've got a certain success, which I guess could align with some of the anti-Semitic narratives, but I don't think he's coming from a horrible place. But he's trying to say black people need to kind of unite and work in the same way.
We're niggas, bro. Stop killing each other, man. Stop worrying about who got more than each other, bro. It's not about that, because we all come from nothing. They look at us like we ain't shit. Like, let's stop. I've had millions and millions, and I ain't got shit now. And my baby holding me down, Ashley holding me down, bro. I looked out for everybody, bro. I'm fucked up out here, and I still sell out here and sell drugs. And I still out here and do what I do, man. Fuck all this. Come on, man. Come on, I have millions and millions of dollars. That don't mean nothing. It didn't change me, man. We gotta come together. Black people, we gotta come together. People of color, we gotta come together. Melanated people, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, like, and I'm not saying white people are against us, but the power structure that run all this, hip hop was given from God, and it gave niggas that could come out of jail and give them checks, and we constantly going at each other, and they laughing at each other, bro. I didn't come on here, Nori, to bullshit, bro. I come on here. I told you. I come on.
It's mad, isn't it? Because obviously this is just turned into, again, even this, it's turned into a laughing stock against Benzino, saying that Benzino cries about Eminem, or like he's obsessed with Eminem. But he's here saying, as much as whatever you want to say about it, he's having an emotional expression about something he's very passionate about his culture, race, people. I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bit mad. All these white Eminem fans are all over the internet mocking it.
I wanted to get drunk because it's the only thing that can make me speak. Man, I lost too many niggas, man. I've been supposed to be dead. All I'm saying is that hip-hop was given to us from God. And why do we keep destroying each other? Black, melanated people. And I'm not saying go against white people. There are white people who go against us. Okay, that's them. But we gotta stop killing each other. We gotta stop going against each other, criticizing, judging, clowning each other, man. Like, come on, man. Enough is enough. Bloggers and all that. I don't give a fuck. I've had more money than all you niggas. I have more money than all you niggas. Y'all can't tell me shit, but I'm still from Four Corners. I'm a street nigga. I barely graduated. My mother's dead. I love my mother. My mother's the only person that really loved me in life. Hip-hop was giving us, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this beef and all this bullshit, these people are laughing at us. Come on, man. I love Dave Mays. I love everybody. Really. I got pride, too. I didn't want to go out like a sucker. I love everybody, man. Eminem ain't no bad person.
There we
He
go.
belongs in hip-hop. It's a big racist problem in America right now, and Eminem could probably stop half of it. Like, bro.
You see what he said just there? And we're going to just be laughing at this man. We're going to spend this time making memes and laughing at this man when he's drunk off of his face and saying something like that thought-provoking, yeah? There's a big racist problem in America, and Eminem could probably stop half of it. Yeah, and he didn't say it maliciously, like attack Eminem, like, why aren't you doing this, why aren't you doing that? He just like, yo, he said Eminem deserves his place in hip-hop, yeah? And, you know, he could probably help a lot as far as racism in this country, because he has all of those, because of all of them white fans and what they think about him, 100%. I want to try to pull it up a little. I'm trying not to do it too much.
Person that really loved me in life. Hip-hop was giving us, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this beef and all this bullshit, these people are laughing at us. Come on, man. I love Dave Mays. I love everybody. Really. I got pride, too. I didn't want to go out like a sucker. I love everybody, man. Eminem ain't no bad person. He belongs in hip hop. It's a big racist problem in America right now, and Eminem could probably stop half of it. Like, bro, like, listen, all he gotta do is come to the table and listen.
Message.
That's the message.
That's the message.
Fuck all them. Look,
But that's the message.
we don't need that. Let's just use our common sense. Like, hip hop was given to us niggas at a time where we was done. And it put pockets in the niggas who just came up from jail. Like Free Young Thug, they using lyrics against us. I love Young Thug. Y'all gotta understand, like, if we could come together and be on the same page. Let me tell you something. There's my Eminem fans that hate me so much that I could be the next nigga that get assassinated. Every person, no, just chill out. Every person that speaks up for black culture on a major level got assassinated.
You know what, man? I big up. Was it Ben Ashby, right? Big up Ben Ashby, man. Because actually, I watched this already, and like, yeah, I knew he was saying some real shit, but I was also a bit focused and distracted on how drunk he is, and like, he's saying some real shit. This is a real important interview. Johnny Coombs said, "I'm an alcoholic. I know this is a rock bottom situation. I hope he gets the help." I mean, yeah, maybe, but also he said it in here. I didn't stop it when he said it, but he said it a number of times in this interview that he might be chatting rubbish, but he said he came here intentionally drinking loads because it would make him say what he wants to say and let him speak freely. But yeah, I see that as well. I see an alcohol problem here, but and I see a rock bottom situation in a way, and he's talking about being broke and that kind of stuff. And that's part of the story as well that we got to analyze. That's part of the story we got to analyze as well. You know what I'm saying? And what he's getting into saying now, and we'll go on to see how he expands on it, but there's Eminem fans that could kill him because people are obsessed with supporting Eminem and attacking him. And when you look at the racial dynamics and the things he's bringing up in the context of all that, it is really quite problematic, and it is a picture of society that's very dangerous. And maybe actually, as much as Eminem hates this guy for whatever reason, maybe Eminem does need to like back off on this one, or maybe he needs to say something that is a bit more responsible. Johnny Coombs said, literally crying for help. Yeah, he's crying for help. He's crying for help. But he's crying for help with a specific situation on this Eminem thing. It's very interesting.
58 years old, none of my niggas made it to fucking 38. I'm from Boston, bro. Nobody lives this long. I don't care about it. Hip-hop, God gave us hip-hop to save us when crack and drugs came and destroyed us. All I'm saying is, man, I'm not the enemy. All I'm saying is I believe in God. And there's no gray area between black and white. It's just right and wrong. I don't hate Eminem because I don't know him. I don't hate white people because my father, that I love very much, turned me on at 12, 13 to deal with Irish and Italian people and sell drugs. And I looked at these people as great men. I got stabbed by a white dude in Boston Tech my first year in high school because of race shit in Boston. All I'm saying, bro, I lived through this too long, man. And it's like white and black people, hip-hop brought us together, man.
Facts.
Like, I don't hate Eminem and I don't hate white people, bro. All I'm saying is, like, black people.
Hip-hop brought us together, man. I remember, like, I often quote Jay-Z. I think it was in his book or somewhere. Jay-Z said, you know, hip-hop has done more for race relations in the world than anything. Like, anything. And it probably has. You know what I'm saying? So, that's mad. This is a real important interview, man. Alright, yo, big up Ben Ashby Music. He's actually in the comments now. I've been shouting you out, bro. I hope you've been watching the whole time. But he said, I feel like the way this has been clipped up online has taken what he was saying out of context and made it sound like he was crying over Eminem. He was already emotionally heightened and upset. And he was actually discussing the hate he gets from white fans, I guess, that says hate he gets from white people, and that he was defending that he's not a racist. Yeah, bro, you're spot on, man. When you sent me that message, I wasn't sure the angle. I wasn't as I hadn't took as much of this in. Obviously, it had been a few days since I'd actually watched it, and I think I was distracted. Even after I watched this whole interview, I watched the whole 3 hours or whatever. But I think I was distracted by the drunkenness, but I definitely didn't look at it as him. Oh, he's crying over Eminem, because, like I say, I already done reactions to those music videos the other day. I thought he won the beef in the recent beef. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought that was interesting, but yeah, this is real, actually, very, 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 very interesting.
People think you so arrogant and think y'all celebrities and better than everybody.
Well, I want to pull it up a little just to make sure you get this.
And sell drugs. And I looked at these people as great men. I got stabbed by a white dude in Boston Tech my first year in high school because of race shit in Boston. All I'm saying, bro, I lived through this too long, man. And it's like white and black people, hip-hop brought us together, man. Like, I don't hate Eminem and I don't hate white people, bro. All I'm saying is, like, black people who think you so arrogant and think y'all celebrities and better than everybody. Everybody just gotta chill, bro. You gotta understand that white people came to this country and established it, so it's theirs. Common sense. But if you wanna, like, really be cool, don't think you're better than the next nigga. You ain't.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to support that part. White people came here and established it, so it's theirs. No, let's not summarize things like that. Yeah. Let's say it's not theirs. It would be a better way of ending that. Yeah, but cool.
Shit, just like the next nigga in their eyes, but you a Don and a king in our eyes. Let's build each other. Let me tell you about the Jews that Kanye talked about. The Jews was the slaves, and they came together, and they bought within each other, and they now look at them. Media, banking, entertainment, they run shit.
Obviously, like I said before, this will be highlighted as anti-Semitic. I don't think it's his intention, but intention, I often say intention doesn't matter. So, because let's just make one thing clear. Jewish people still face racism and anti-Semitism, right? They haven't escaped that. Yeah, they still suffer under white supremacy, and not all Jewish people work for the media, or there's regular Jewish people everywhere who aren't in that position. So I think the summarizing in that way isn't the best thing. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to encourage a way of doing something positive and achieving in the world. That's his angle, I guess. But yeah, I just have to say that.
We can run shit, but we killing each other. All you young niggas, man, stop killing each other. We don't need to kill each other no more. Those are your brothers and your kids. The niggas that you killing are the same people that your mothers love you, you love your mother. The people you killing, they love their mother, and you killing for no reason. I've been on both sides of the coin. We don't gotta kill each other no more. Hip-hop was here to save us. It was here to save us, to give us a chance. We don't gotta kill each other no more and disrespect each other in these blogs. We are great people.
Look, I don't think it's my thing to comment a lot on what he's talking about, violence in black communities and stuff like that. And I think it's a bit short-sighted to say hip-hop can save us all. As far as when he's speaking about it financially and making money from hip-hop careers and stuff like that, that ain't going to happen for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I believe hip-hop can save us all in the sense of it brings us together, the love, the unity, the expression, but not necessarily, it's not a financial thing when I say that. But I think, I just had to say that is something really important as well, that he's talking about, is that, look, these guys get attacked all the time, right? He's being attacked as a nobody, Source magazine, whatever, he's a failure, he's this, he's that. And here he is with a strong love and a strong idea and understanding and connection with what hip hop culture really is to him and what it represents, and it being something like beautiful and powerful. And yeah, I just think that's a very, you know, strong point and a good thing.
And there's nothing the matter. White people are great people too. They give us shit.
Oh shit.
And we give them shit. Every culture gives everybody shit. I don't hate Eminem and I don't hate white people. I'm a street nigga. I'm not gonna be disrespected. We all know how to die. And black people know how to die and we know how to go to jail. That's two things we know how to do. But hip hop saved us. I was in a position with Dave Mays. I didn't know I was gonna meet Dave Mays. I was a street nigga. I met Dave Mays and I learned a lot of shit. I became the Source magazine. I don't hate white people for people to always call me a nigga and people say what they say about me. I was 11 years old in my grandfather's basement, cutting records to hip hop. Hip hop, I love Beastie Boys. My father put me around Irish and Italian gangsters and I loved them. Y'all don't understand, hip hop brought us together. I don't hate Eminem because of his color. I don't hate you people. I don't fucking hate it. I've been misunderstood my whole life. My mother's gone, she loved me. I'm not a bad person. I love hip hop. Hip hop isn't black against white. Y'all got me fucked up.
I think when he said something about you people, he's talking about like Eminem fans, right? That he don't hate them. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's mad because they just saw this and have decided to ruin him over it. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, most of the memes attacking him over this is going to be like little white Eminem fans that feel like a victory out of like shaming this man who's here going through something very like emotional for a start, but also just saying some really, really things that we need to hit home to them fans.
But y'all can't do nothing to me. All my niggas are dead. I've been shot a few times. I done shot a bunch of niggas. Niggas are in jail and fucked up. We're in a society that white America don't give a fuck about us, and hip hop saved us. Hip hop made white people believe that we was okay, that black people was okay. Hip hop brought white people to us.
Facts.
And the powers that be didn't want that. They wanted Eminem they wanted white people to buy it to Eminem. Eminem didn't have nothing to do with that. He was just used and he didn't have nothing to do with that.
Yo.
You think this shit going through with me and my daughter is fucking cool? I love my daughter. I raised my daughter. I'm a street.
Yo, man. Again, Eminem don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, the system of white supremacy wants Eminem, and just naturally these white people, they just gravitate to Eminem. They don't actually like hip-hop. A lot of them didn't like hip-hop, but they just liked Eminem. And this is the one thing I do respect Eminem for, is like, and I think he says this, he might have said it earlier in the interview, maybe I missed it, but he does talk about how Eminem had people, you know, put a lot of people on. Maybe he actually took shots. It might have been a bit where he said a lot of them people are not doing good now, but you know, Eminem did give back a lot and put on a lot of black artists and rappers and highlight them being the guys. You know what I'm saying? And when people asked him whose influences, he would talk about Tupac and he would talk about Redman. Where now you've got Tom MacDonald, who has literally doing what Eminem done, but going all the way with it. Like, right, I'm gonna intentionally cater to a white hip hop audience, and I'm gonna disregard black culture and disrespect it while I do it. Where I don't feel Eminem did that in his career that we've watched publicly.
Nigga, I wasn't around her all the time because I was out selling drugs, trying to provide and make sure you was straight. Just like every other nigga around here, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Jay-Z's speech. Jay-Z.
It's going off a
you're
bit
my
now.
fucking idol. One of my idols. You speaking up for Beyonce, but speaking up for niggas, the Grammys, these never fucking white people don't care about us. We make them all this millions of dollars and they don't care. We gotta care about each other. We gotta stop killing each other. There's no reason to kill each other. We black, we from the same shit. I've been on both sides of the coin. Hip hop was supposed to be here to save us, man. I'm not racist. I love all people. My name is Raymond. I'm named after a fucking Italian mob boss, Raymond Pate. It's not about white or black. Hip hop was the thing that fused us, that brought everybody together, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm tired of 22 years. I don't got nothing against Eminem. I got nothing against Eminem. They can rap. But I care about us more. I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The fuck you want me to do?
That's a really important point. Well, not you know, we're speaking about deeper things now, but just in their beef, in their beef currently, because I've pointed out, you know, a lot of people are attacking Benzino on the internet. Why is he still obsessed with Eminem making these diss songs? And I've been telling them, like, what? Eminem dissed him. We've already gone through this in the other episodes. Eminem dissed him on that Lyrical Lemonade song, and then Benzino made 2 replies. So Eminem dissed him out of the blue all these years later. And when I've been saying that to people online who have been saying he's obsessed, they're saying, no, but Benzino's been talking about him for years and always talking about him. But it's like, every time I do an interview, they ask me about him. What do you want me to do? Like, it's normal. You get asked something, you talk about it.
Come on, man. I love my daughter. I raised my daughter like any other street nigga. We gotta be out there and get money for our fucking kids. We can't raise our kids like Cliff Huxtable. Black people gotta realize and white people gotta realize we ain't against y'all. We want to make it right. I don't like this. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad. You think this shit is fucking cool? Nah, man. We're failing as a people. I got love for Shade Room and all these other fucking podcasts, but we're great. We're amazing people. We have the blueprint. Why do we continue to disrespect each other? Why do we continue to disrespect each other and kill each other? All my young niggas, man, there's no reason to be shooting another young nigga as somebody's fucking kid. There's no leadership no more. I love Minister Farrakhan, but there's no leadership. There's no reason for you young niggas to keep killing each other no anymore. We're in a system where these white people want us to fail. Not all, but some. Stop killing each other. Stop criticizing each other.
All right, Zeno, listen.
I don't want to talk.
No, stop. You're not gonna keep doing this, man, because you more than this.
Done, man. Like, what else you want from me? What else you want from me? I can't give you no more. I mean, like, come on, it's deeper than Drink Champs, man.
Of course it's deeper.
People, we gotta love each other. Let's love each other. Stop fronting for the gram and stop. Let's love each other. It don't take internet.
But let's avoid the emotion, man. Let's attack the real issues without the emotion. Right now.
Why though? Like, it's interesting. Like, obviously they don't want him to look crazy and that. Like, what? Let him be emotional, man. Johnny Coombs in the comments said Mosh, and he said we need at CoffeeZilla for the receipts. Who's CoffeeZilla? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm aware who that is, man. But I want to I didn't think I was gonna do this long of it. There's a bit left, like 10 minutes, but I probably won't need to go all the way to the end. We'll probably round up before then. But I'm gonna continue it, man, because I think this has been real interesting.
No,
without the emotion.
No, you gave us the emotion, and the emotion is real. But at some point, we gotta devoid the emotion to give real results to people.
At some point,
we gotta give people
400 years we've been slaves and raped and tortured and look at each other going at it. Look at where we at now. We're in the worst shape we've ever been. There's no leadership. Look at where we at now. The internet has ruined us. Look at where we at now, man, as a culture, bro.
The internet has ruined.
We're fucked up, bro. It's a simple fix. Just love each other, bro. Love your melanated person, man. Love your wife. Love your person, man.
I agree.
Love your people. Love your fucking family, man.
Love humans, man.
Look, my nephew, I'm sure he's gonna see this. I love you, guy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I love you. I don't know what happened between us. It's over. I love you. I would never try to hurt you. I hate those bullets. We're in a, like, how can we be the most, hip-hop is the most influential around the world and we're such in chaos. We gotta organize shit. There's no leadership. I love Minister Farrakhan because he's organized and he's taken a lot of black men that was fucked up and he's made them something.
So follow his lead, Zeno. Follow the minister's lead.
I didn't come here to bullshit. I knew what I came here for, man. Nori, like, you know, that shit happened. Diddy's a great man and Diddy's put money.
Someone said in the comment, copyright issue. Was it showing as a copyright issue on the video? I haven't had that happen before while I've been live. Obviously, I know sometimes you get a copyright issue with something playing, but I am allowed to do these reactions. Like, I understand the legality of it or whatever, but let me know if there's something interrupting the actual stream. You'll be allowed to restart. What do you mean? Just pause and restart. Johnny Coombs said, that's a breakdown, all capitals and heartbreak emojis. Yeah, I mean, but the fact he's saying so much real shit, I'm not even here to look at it like a breakdown. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he seems switched on. He's switched on in what he's saying. Cool, he's letting it out in a drunken moment. But JC said policy violation, question mark. I don't know. Man. I can't see what you guys are seeing as far as how this looks on YouTube right now. I'm trying to have a look. It looks like it's still running on my end when I can see it running. I'm just gonna try and reset that page and just look at it. Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations. Oh wow, it's been paused. Let me try and go back